Okay, engineer. So we are down to your engineering mechanics quiz. Okay, so let's answer number one. The principle of kinetics of particles are derived from which law? So this is only Newton's second law of motion or your law of acceleration. Okay, letter A po yan. Wherein your summation of net forces is equal to mass times your acceleration. Okay? So that's letter A. May effect na po ng force yung ating mga moving bodies. Okay, next po, number 2. Okay, number 2. A project with muzzle velocity of 500 meters per second is fired from a gun on the top of a cliff. Okay, as you can see in the picture, 420 meters above sea level. Okay, from the cliff going to the sea level, that is 420 meters. Projectile hits the water surface 48 seconds after being fired. Nung narating yung water surface at t equal to 48 seconds, so determine the horizontal range of the projectile. So ano hinahanap natin? So itong range natin dito, horizontal component of the distance. So kunin muna natin yung ating angle or angle of release, given that your initial velocity is 500 meters per second. So ano kaya si theta? Okay, so from your y component, so that is y is equal to voy t minus 1 half gt squared. Okay, so take note, yung ating angle of or yung ating point of release is mas mataas kaysa dun sa okay, destination point natin. So that therefore yung 420 na yan, that is negative. So 420 is equal to, or negative 420 is equal to VOY natin, that is so 500 sine of your theta multiplied by your time, which is 48 seconds minus 1 half g. Okay, take note, this is SI 9.81 multiplied by your time, which is 48 squared. So solve for theta, makukuha natin yung theta. Shift solve lang. So negative 420 is equal to 500 sine of x times 48 minus 1 half times 9.81 48 squared t squared. Okay, so hindi pwede yung angle na yan. So try natin i-shift solve ulit. Baka may may nakaligtaan. Tama naman. 0.5. Okay, may square dapat ito na. Okay. So, shift solve for x. Yan na lang ilagay natin. Okay, lalabas yung 26.96 degrees. Ayan. Then we are going now to solve your horizontal distance. So using your equation, x equal to VO x times your time. Pero ano yung VOX? That's your cosine component. So that is x is equal to 500 cosine of your theta, which is 26.96 times yung time natin, so 48. So makukuha na natin yung x, which is your range. Okay? So sige. So this is 500 times cosine of answer multiplied by 48. Okay, so this is 21,391.62 meters. Take note, naka-SI pa lang tayo. Convert natin yan sa kilometers. So that is 21.39 kilometers. And that's letter B. Okay, So, sige, let's move on to the next. Okay, let's have number 3. A rocket standing on its launch platform points straight upward. So, as you can see in the picture, ready na mag-take flight yung ating, ano dito, okay? Yung ating rocket, okay? So, take note, yung motion niya pataas, okay? And its jet engines are activated and ejects gas at the rate of 1,500 kilograms per second. So, yung bumubuga dito na gases para makalipad siya, so that is in a flow rate of 1,500 kilograms per second. Now, the molecules are expelled with the speed of 50 kilometers per second. So, yung bilis daw ng pag-expel ng mga molecules, and therefore there will be collisions of molecules dito. So that is B now is equal to 50 kilometers per second. Now the question is this: how much mass can a rocket initially have if it is slowly to rise because of the thrust of the engine? So take note, ang tinatanong mass, okay? So para for this question, so anong gagamitin na lang natin because of collision of molecules, so we can use your impulse momentum principle. Okay, impulse momentum. So that is the change in impulse, or F multiplied by the change in time, is equal to the change in your momentum. Okay? So therefore, impulse now is equal to the change in momentum. But what's your momentum? That is mass times your final velocity minus the mass times your initial velocity. Okay? Take note, isa lang yung body natin. So we can consider this two masses here equal. So pwede natin silang i-factor. So that is M now multiplied by VF minus VI. Okay? Then eventually, anong gagawin lang natin dito? Okay, substitute your, your given. So therefore, F now times delta T is equal to your M. Hindi naman sinabi kung ano yung mass ng ating rocket, di ba? Okay, ang sinabi lang is yung flow rate ng paglabas or pagbuga ng gas. So, multiplied by yung ating VF. Ano yung VF natin dito? Take note, yan yung speed ng ating molecules nung siya ay papalaunch na. Okay? So, yung binubuga niya. So, that is 50,000 meters per second. So, kinonvert ko na kagad sa SI. So, kailangan kasi. Okay? So, para makasolve tayo, most of the time kasi naka-SI lahat yung units natin sa pagsasolve. So, minus yung ating initial, take note. Okay, nung hindi pa lang nag-start yung time, ano ang kanyang status? Okay, siya pa lang ay papalipad pa lang. So, therefore, there is no motion within the start or initial time. So, therefore, this is 0. Anong gagawin lang natin dito? Take note. So, kunin lang muna natin yung force. Okay? So, divide natin to by delta T. If this is divided by delta T, so, dito rin sa kabila, delta T divided by delta T. So, this will become force is equal to the mass all over your delta T multiplied by 50,000 meters per second. Okay? Take note lang. Okay? Tingnan natin itong mabuti. Okay? So, mass over time. Okay? So, ano ba yung unit natin ng mass over time? That is your mass flow rate. Okay? Yung pag-flow ng molecules palabas. Okay? So, that is now F equal to 1,500 kilograms per second multiplied by your velocity. So, 50,000 meters per second. Okay? So, ano kaya lalabas dito? So, this is 75 times 10 to the 6. So, ano ba ang times 10 to the 6? That's mega. Okay? So, 75 mega kilogram meter per second squared. So, what is kilogram meters per second squared? This is a derived unit for Newton. Okay, so this is now equal to 75 mega Newton. Okay? So ano kaya tong force na to? So ito yung nag-impel dun sa ating rocket para hindi siya lumipad. Okay? Ibig sabihin, siya yung pumipigil para lumipad yung rocket natin. Okay? So that is actually due to your gravity. Okay? And that's the weight. Okay? So kapag mga forces due to gravity, that's the weight. Okay? So pwede na natin siguro makuha yung mass or actual mass ng rocket natin using the principle of weight. Okay? So what is your weight ba kasi? So weight is equal to the mass of the rocket times the gravitational acceleration. Okay, so paano natin makukuha yung mass? So mass of the rocket is equal to the weight of the rocket all over your gravity. So that is now equal to 75 times 10 to the 6 all over 9.81. Sige, ayun natin. So divided by 9.81. And this is what? Okay, so that is 7.64 or 66 na, or 65 na lang ilalagay ko. This is kilograms or times 10 to the 6 kilograms. Meron ba? Okay, tama. So this is letter. Okay, letter B. Part 1. Then, part 2. Okay. So, sige, next na tayo. Number 4. Ayan. A curve of radius 30 meters is to be banked so that the car may turn at a speed of 13 meters per second without depending on friction. Now, what is the banking angle? Yung ating car daw is gagalaw on a curved path, okay? So, as you can see in the figure, so, ilan kayo yung, angle of banking daw natin dito. So, when we talk about angle of banking, or ideal angle of banking, so, ano ba ang ideal banking natin dito? So, that is, your tangent theta now is equal to V squared over rho times yung ating g. Wherein yung v natin is your velocity, your rho is the radius of curvature, and g is equal to your gravitational acceleration given that your theta here is the ideal angle of banking. Okay? So, lahat naman yan given. Curve, okay, radius, we have your speed. Okay? So, pwede na natin makuha yung theta. So, that is our tangent ng ating okay, V, take note that is 13 squared all over. Yung ating rho, okay, that is 30. Multiplied by your G. Okay, take note, SI po tayo dito. So, this is 9.81 meters per second squared. So, that is times 9.81. Okay, so kunin na natin yung theta natin. So, our tangent ng 13 squared all over 30 times 9.81. Okay, this is 29.866 or 29.87 degrees, or that is approximately 30 degrees. And that's letter A. Okay, so next na tayo. Number 5. So, an airplane propeller has a mass of 70 kilograms and a radius of gyration. So, M is equal to 70 kilograms and radius of gyration natin. So, that is capital letter R, 75 over 100 meters. So, kinonvert ko na siya sa, sa SI. So, hahanapin daw natin yung moment of inertia. So, how large a torque is needed to give an angular acceleration of 4 revolutions per second squared. So, hahanapin daw natin yung torque. at an angular acceleration or alpha that is 4 revolutions per second squared. So, take note, paano tayo magkahanap ng moment of inertia dito? Okay, take note, given yung radius of gyration. So, moment of inertia, given your radius of gyration. Okay, so your I now is equal to mr squared. Okay, wherein m is the mass and your r is the radius of gyration. So that is I now is equal to yung ating m, which is 70 kilogram, multiplied by your radius of gyration, that is 75 over 100 meter, the quantity squared. So, makukuha natin yung mass moment of inertia. So, 70 multiplied by 75 all over 100 squared. Okay, so this is 39.375. And unit natin, kilogram meter squared. Okay, so dito sa choices natin, so it's either this is letter D or letter D at saka letter B. Okay, so kunin natin ngayon yung ating torque. Okay, so ano ba ang ating torque in terms of moment of inertia? So meron po silang meron silang relationship. Okay, so torque in terms of moment of inertia. Okay, so therefore T now, or the torque, this is equal to your moment of inertia I times your angular acceleration. Okay, wherein your angular acceleration here must be in what? It must be in radians per second squared. So that is the standard unit for your angular acceleration. Radians per second squared. Bakit? Kanyo? Kasi yung radians natin dito, this will become useless na or an ad hoc unit. So, big sabihin, wala yung, hindi natin isusulat yung radians na yun, it doesn't matter. Okay? So, therefore, here, T now is equal to, yung nakuha nating moment of inertia, na 39.375 kilogram meter squared multiplied by your angular acceleration. So, that is now 4 revolutions per second squared multiplied by, so take note, gawin muna natin tong radian. So, that is in 2 pi radian. So, that is 1 revolution. So, i-ano ko na lang ng red yung radian dito. Okay? Kasi mawawala rin yun mamaya. Okay? So, ad hoc unit lang kasi yan. So, ano mangyayari? So, revolution, cancel. Ano pa ang kailangan mag-cancel? So, wala na. So, tingnan natin yung unit natin. So, this is now multiplied by 4 multiplied by 2 pi. Ayan. So, 315 pi, or that is 989.6 kilogram meter times meter per second squared. So, hindi ko na isusulat yung ating rad kasi ad hoc unit na to. When we say ad hoc, means hindi natin yan isulat, it doesn't matter. Okay? Hindi na siya kailangan kasi. So, ano mangyayari lang dito? Okay, tingnan lang natin yung unit natin, no? Okay, kilogram meter per second squared, so that is Newton. Okay, so this is now equal to 989.6 Newton. Take note, may isa pa tayong meter na natira dito. Okay, so this is now Newton meter. Okay, pero ang gusto natin, kilonewton meter. Okay, so anong gagawin lang natin? I-divide lang natin ng 1,000 or gamitan na lang natin ng engineering notation. So, take note, ang gusto natin times 10 to the 3. Okay? To the 3 kasi kilo. Okay? So, i-eng lang natin ito, lalabas na yung sagot. Okay? So, baliktarin na lang natin kung negative yung pumapasok or yung umaano dito, no? Ayan. Baliktarin lang natin yung process. Okay? That is shifting. Ayan. So, kanina, ang pinindot ko, eng. Pero ang lumalabas kasi times 10 to the negative 3. Okay? So, hindi natin kailangan ito. Ang kailangan natin kilo. So, reverse process niya lang is yung shift eng. So, that is shift eng, then shift eng. Hanggang lumabas yung times 10 to the 3. Okay? Kasi positive yung kailangan natin dito. So, that is 0.989 kilonewton meter. Or that is 0.99 kilonewton meter. So, shift eng. Reverse lang to ng eng. Yan. Babaliktarin niya lang yung pag-move ng decimal place. That's letter, okay, letter B. Part 1. Then, part 2. Next tayo, number 6. If bar force of all members of a truss is required, which method is best used? Okay? So, take note, ang gusto natin, all members. Okay? Kapag all members yan, that's method of joints. Okay? Wherein sa joints natin, i-analyze lahat ng mga forces natin. So, meron pa tayong isang method, pero take note po, yung isang method na yon, it requires only specific members, okay, para ma-solve. That is your method of section. So, this is used only if specific members is required. Pili lang yung mga members na required. Ito yung gagamitin natin. Okay? Pero kapag lahat ng members is required, method of joints. Okay? So, next tayo. Number 7. A 10 kilogram block was dropped 4 meters high. So, as you can see here, 10 kilogram block. Okay? So, with the height of 4 meters is dropped. Now, the question is this. What is the velocity of the block upon reaching the ground? So, kapag nandito na daw yung bloke natin, daw yung velocity niya or yung final velocity. Yeah. Okay? So, anong gagamitin lang natin dito? Yung ating VF squared. Bakit yung VF squared, sir? Kasi walang time. Okay, meron bang sinabing time dito? Wala. So, therefore, this is VF squared is equal to VO squared plus 2AS. Okay? Kasi meron namang height na sinabi or distance. Okay, take note, drop. Okay, when we say drop, okay, 0 yung ating initial velocity. Hindi naman natin binato. Okay, trinap lang natin siya. So, therefore, this is now VF squared is equal to 0 plus 2 times yung ating A. Take note, trinap natin. So, yung G natin or yung A natin is equal to G. Okay? Which is 9.81 meters per second squared. So, multiply natin saan? Sa distance, 4. Okay? So, kunin na natin yung VF natin. So, extract the square root lang. So, what's your VF equal to? So, this is 8.858 or 859. So, or that is 8.86 meters per second. Yan na po yung velocity niya upon reaching the ground. Letter B. Okay, next, number 8. So, we have a stand flyer that is moving 15 meters per second parallel to the flat ground. When we say parallel to the flat ground, so it makes an angle of what? So, kapag parallel, so theta here is 0 degrees. Okay? So, along with the ground siya. Okay? Hindi siya tumaas. Okay? So, there is no angle of release. 0 degrees. Parallel to the flat ground, so which is 100 meters below. Okay? So, nandito na rin siya sa drawing. How large must the distance x from the plane to the target be if the sack of flour released from the plane is to strike the target? So, kailangan daw ma-strike yung target position natin. Okay? Ayan. So, how large is the distance x? Okay? Kumbaga, hinahanap natin dito yung range. Okay? As you can see here, wala tayong given time. So, kapag walang given time, walang problema. Okay? So, we will use your GEP or general equation ng ating projectile. Okay? So, that is now y is equal to x tangent theta minus gx squared all over 2 times bo squared cosine squared theta. Pero take note, yung y natin dito is below the point of release. Okay? So take note, mas mababa siya kaysa sa point of release and therefore this is negative. Okay? So negative 100 is equal to yung ating x tangent theta. Meron ba tayong theta? Yes, parallel kasi siya, 0. Minus yung ating g. Okay, take note, this is SI. SI g natin, 9.81 meters per second squared. So, 9.81 multiplied by x squared all over 2 times yung ating VO. Ano yung VO natin? Okay, 15. 15 squared cosine squared theta. Okay? And what's your theta? 0. Ano parang given na theta. So, shift solve na lang natin. Solve for x. So, this is negative 100 is equal to x tangent of 0 minus the 9.81 x squared all over 2 times 15 squared times cosine 0 the quantity squared. And this is 67.73 meters, or that is approximately 68 meters. That's letter C. Okay, so that is number 8. Punta tayo sa number 9. 3 kids in a parking lot launch a rocket that rises into the air 380 meters long arc in 40 seconds. So determine its average speed. Take note, average speed, scalar quantity. So average speed is equal lang siya sa ano? Sa distance over time. Take note, distance travel. Ito no. So, ilan lang yung travel niya. No matter what, kung pakurba pa siya or hindi, distance lang yan. Okay? So, this is 380 okay, meters. All over, yung time natin, 40 seconds. Okay? So, ito lang yung kagandahan sa speed. Okay? Mas mabilis kasi distance lang. So, this is equal to 9.5 meters per second. And that's letter A.